Could bring together Bruce Springsteen, Eddie Vedder, Paul McCartney, Justin Timberlake, not to mention Carly Rae Jepsen. That man is, of course, the United States' reigning king of comedy, Jimmy Fallon. He wrote that himself. That's why I know it's true. He's the host of NBC's Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. With his new album, he apparently wants to blow your pants off.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon.
Pierce, thank you for having me back
How
on the
are you?
show. Yeah, since the last time I thought you would never invite me back.
I took an open invitation.
It got really ugly.
Intriguing cover of your album here.
Yeah, I was...
It appears to be your naked butt.
It's a gentleman enjoying a red wine. What's the red wine you love?
Chateau Latour.
Yeah, it's a Chateau Latour.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting down on his flocati rug, because fur is murder. And he's laying on his rug, and he's about to listen to Blow Your Pants Off, and his pants just get blown off right when the photographer takes the photo. And that's, so it's...
It's sort of Mad Men-esque until here.
Then it
becomes more like Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, every comedian, it's some way or another, there's a butt joke in there somehow.
Now, last time you were here, you wore a smart suit. You were very much the persona of a television star. What is worrying me slightly about all this is you've arrived today looking, for all intents and purposes, like Mick Jagger. And you've also arrived with one of the biggest entourages I think I've ever seen.
Right. Well, I don't even know if they came up in the elevator at the same time as me, because I don't even know, hey!
There are the Fallonettes, as I'm now going to call them.
Yes, no, there's a lot of...
This is the second biggest entourage I've seen after Beyonce, when she had one. Janet Jackson's was bigger, although maybe not as aesthetically pleasing.
That's not true. I have a lot of pretty girls there with me in my entourage. Well,
are they called the Fallonettes?
They are now. Yeah, they are now. They have a name for them. No, I have a big entourage of people, and it's even bigger. There's a gang of kids outside waiting.
Have you jumped this rock star shark, Jim?
Oh my God! No,
is it all
I told you I haven't changed at all.
The album cover, the entourage, the new look.
Yeah, the new look. I'm just looser.
Are you now taking yourself seriously as a rock star?
I just have this compilation of all this music, and maybe it is going to my head a little bit. But I'm very proud of the record. I think it's a good, fun comedy album.
No, it's fantastic. I actually love it. And the whole idea that you managed to persuade these people to do this is equally unfathomable to me. Paul McCartney and you sing Scrambled Eggs, which I saw obviously on the show, but the fact you got it onto an album, you're singing the original title of Yesterday with Paul McCartney.
I mean, a lot of people don't even... I tell this story to my friends, and they go...
Yesterday was called Scrambled Eggs. I've actually seen the original manuscript they did, him and John Lennon.
He wrote Scrambled Eggs,
yeah.
oh, my lady, how I love your legs.
Yeah.
And then he went to sleep, because they didn't have tape recorders back in the day. So I go in to pitch him for this. I pre-interview him. He's the nicest human, and he's doing Saturday Night Live. And so I go into his dressing room and say, hey, Paul... he goes, hey, Jimmy, we'll just have a little chat, you know. It'll be a fun chat. And I go, we're going to have fun. And I go, yeah, we'll have fun. And I go, I was just wondering if you want... we wrote at a sketch. He goes, you know, I'd just rather just do a chat. You know, just a chat. It's fun. It's fun. You know, we'll just do that, you know. Would you like a veggie burger, you know? And I go, thank you. And I'm like, of course, how do you say no? So I'm having a veggie burger. I'm talking to Paul McCartney. He's one of my idols. And I go, it's just... It's called Scrambled Eggs. It's based on, remember when you wrote Yesterday, you wrote Scrambled Eggs. He goes, of course I remember it, I wrote it. And I go, I know, but this is the thing. But one of our writers finished the song as if you wrote the whole song about scrambled eggs. And he goes, all right, let's just hear it. Just being polite. And so I sang the whole song, you know, Scrambled Eggs, oh my lady, how I love your legs. And I go, but not as much as I love scrambled eggs. Oh, have you tried scrambled eggs? And then his head is over my shoulder reading the words. He's like, waffle fries. Oh, my lady, how I love your thighs, you know? And then I go, oh, my God, so are you going to do it? And he's laughing. He goes, I'll do it, but only if you do it with me. And I was like, because I didn't go in for a duet. I went in to have him just do this bit by himself, and I really didn't go in for a duet.
It's a completely surreal moment, isn't it? I mean, it's Paul McCartney.
It's
Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul McCartney is my idol. I mean, growing up, I mean, I have every one of his albums. I know every B-side to Paul McCartney. I have a fan letter I wrote on Give My Regards to Broad Street album, where you can see, if you hold it up to the light, you can see my penmanship through the cardboard on the album. It's a sad fan letter to Paul McCartney. And I think I got like something back. When I do a bit with Paul McCartney or Bruce Springsteen.
Well, Springsteen, I mean, incredibly, you get him to cover Will Smith's hit, right?
Whip My Hair.
Whip My Hair. Now,
yeah.
I just can't, I mean, even looking at the image of the two of you, I just don't know how this ever happened. How did you persuade Bruce Springsteen, the boss?
I'm talking to him on the phone, and he's seen on the show. I've done an impression of Neil Young. I've done it on your show. I just do an impression of Neil Young singing versions of topical songs. I did Neil Young singing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I did Neil Young singing Pants on the Ground. But I did a beautiful Neil Young version, like, pants on the ground. And it's sad almost. You go, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. And it's really a heartwarming song. And so Bruce saw those things, and so I said, I have an idea. I'll do Neil, and you do you, and we'll just do Willis Smith's Whip My Hair. And he goes, I have to say I'm not familiar with that track. And I go, well, it's a really big hit song. It's Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith. It goes, I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair. That's the song. It's really fun. It's poppy. I go, but I'm going to do it as Neil, going like, whip my hair back and forth. And it's really haunting and sad. And then you come in and you go, you got to whip your whip my hair back and forth. You gotta whip your hair, So I'm doing this on the phone.
You have got to have the most persuasive skills of anybody in America.
No.
Bruce Springsteen's listening to this and goes, yeah, that's a good idea.
No, he loved it. So he's laughing and he goes, I like it. He goes, in fact, what I'm thinking is maybe I'll dress like 70s Bruce.
Which he does.
Well, he says to me, so cut to, we're putting a beard and a floppy hat and sunglasses on Bruce Springsteen so he can come out. No one in the audience knew that it was really Bruce Springsteen. They were like, this is like an impersonator or something. I don't quite get this. And then they're like, wait a sec, that's Bruce doing this. And the amazing part is, first of all, he's just a rock star. So stand next to him, you just feel that magnetism or something that those rock stars have, And it's like, and we put the beard on him and the glasses and the hat, and he looks like he's from, Born to Run album cover. And so he walks across out of the hair and makeup to the green room, And he just kind of just walks. He walks over, and he's like he's got that strut. He's got his tight jeans on, and he's just cool. And he walks over to his manager, John Landau, and John Landau starts filling up a little bit, and he's like, Bruce, you look like when we first started working together.
No.
Yeah.
Is it serious?
Yeah. And it's like, if you think about it, when would he ever see Bruce dressed like he was 30 years ago?
Listen, it's a brilliant album. We're going to come back after the break and talk about your other extraordinary achievement, persuading the President of the United States to slow jam the news. I don't know how you do this.